One of my web development clients recently got his PayPal hacked and his money jacked and it was a whole big mess. And so in this video, I wanted to put out a tutorial on how to keep your PayPal secure. PayPal is not paying me. There's no affiliate link. I don't care about you subscribing. Just want you guys to stay safe out there. And so here we go. So when you're logged into PayPal, what you're going to want to do is right here near where it says log out, you're going to hit that gear icon right there. And remember, keeping your PayPal account secure is crucial because it's directly linked to your financial and personal information, which you definitely want to protect. You're also going to help prevent unauthorized access to your PayPal account. And so once you're in the settings section, what you're going to want to do is hover over to the security tab right here. It's right next to account and data and privacy. When you click security, you're going to have a few great options here, and let's go through them one by one. So first and foremost, you can create or update your password. Now, why might it be a good idea to update your password? Well, because you should be doing this regularly, at least once a year. It's a key practice in maintaining digital security for several reasons. First of all, over time, the likelihood of a password being compromised increases, especially if it's been exposed in a data breach. You might also be like the rest of us and reuse some of your passwords. So even if PayPal is extremely secure, perhaps another platform that you're using is not. Now, if you want to mess around with passkeys where you can seamlessly log in using your fingerprint, face, or PIN, you can click Manage here, but because I'm using this on my desktop, you will see that if I click Manage, it says that a passkey can't be created on this device or browser. However, if you try this from your mobile device, you will be able to explore this feature. Now, something that you should definitely set up is two-step verification. That's the 2FA, right? The two-factor authentication that everyone talks about. And it's helpful because you can add an extra layer of security to your account by using a one-time security code in addition to your password each time you log in. So when you click Setup here, you're going to see two options where you can use an authenticator app, which I'll make a separate video on because I want to talk about Google Authenticator. A lot of people are confused about it. And also, you can use a security key device. Now, if you're curious what a security key device is, again, I may make a separate tutorial on it. One of the more popular companies that makes them is Yubico, and a security key device is basically a small physical device that's used to authenticate and provide access to a network or system. It's part of a two-factor or multi-factor authentication process, which adds that extra layer of security beyond just a username and password. So think of it as literally a key to your house. It's an actual device that plugs into a computer or connects wirelessly to a device. When you log into a service that supports security keys, after entering your username and password, you'll be prompted to insert or connect your security key. So the benefits to this is enhanced security, resistance to phishing attacks, ease of use, and portability. However, it's really easy to forget these at home or simply misplace them or not have it with you, and that could put you in a bind. So moving right along, we also have this option to manage your logins, and here you can review the devices and browsers that you use to log in. You can remove the ones you don't recognize. So for instance, if I click manage, I'm going to be able to review my list. And if I see a browser or device that I don't really use anymore, maybe I was using my friend's computer a lot, I can go ahead and remove it. And that way, if someone tries to access my account from that device, they might be asked to provide an extra security check to any future logins that they try in from there. Now, if we select the auto login, here you can turn off auto login from any browser device you no longer use or recognize. And then the last two are quite simple. So basically security questions. For your protection, you can choose two security questions. And this way they can verify if it's really you whenever there's a serious doubt. So I'm sure you guys have went through this process. Maybe you remember it when you set up your bank account and such, but I'll go ahead and I'll actually do this right now because I don't have this set up on my own PayPal account. And if you use PayPal often on your mobile device, it's always a good idea to create or update your 4-digit mobile PIN. And this way you can easily and securely pay with your mobile device. I appreciate you guys for watching this video in its entirety. If you want me to put out more content like this on different types of cybersecurity topics, if you want me to elaborate on anything I mentioned in the video, let me know in the comment section and I will see all of you in the next video.